This one a public confession. This is, let me speak English for my American friends and people that do not really understand pidgin. This is a public confession. While women are confessing, they are like telling us like, yeah, this is it. You're jealous. You're not only jealous, this is the problem. This is it. You people win too much. You win too much. You cannot literally do and fail something. And fail. Even the least one we expect from you guys to fail, you will still go and win. That is the problem that a lot of these people are having with these white folks. And these people are literally opening up, and of which I love to see them when they open up. But anyways, let's get right into it so that you guys can actually hear with your ears and then see with your eyes so that it's not be like it's coming from me, right? Let's get right into it, guys.
I have a theory about why black women and white women are having such a hard time getting along, and it starts with a story. When I first started teaching, I was in a teacher training program with 3 other women. 2 of them were black and 1 of them was Indian, and we started teaching at the same school, the same grade, at the same time. One of these women, a black woman, completely excelled. She did so much better than I did at literally everything. Classroom management, her test scores were high. She was excellent at literally everything. And something about her excellence didn't sit right with me. I just didn't feel good about it, and I couldn't figure out why I didn't feel good about it. It was internalized racism, but I didn't know that yet. So I had to sit with this idea of her being better than me and trying to figure out why it didn't feel good and feel comfortable for me. And of course, at the time, I didn't know that I needed to do the work of anti-racism, so I didn't think it was possibly because I could have internalized racism. I had to do a lot of study and thought about myself and what could possibly be making me feel this way about this woman. And here's what I discovered. Most of the media that I had consumed up to that point in my life had white people as the central characters. And the shows and other media that I consumed that had white women at the central characters often had black women as the side characters. These black women's role in these movies was to assist the white women, support the white women, advise the white women, but never to rise above the white women. Even shows that were about black women, like The Help, had white women as the central character and the black women as supporting characters. So I internalized the idea that black women were there to support me and to advise me, but not to rise above or become better than me. And that's why when this black teacher was way better and more talented than me, I felt some kind of way about it. Now, I'd imagine lots and lots more white women have also internalized the same idea, and that's why they feel okay stealing black women's content and not giving them any credit, because the black women are just there to advise them anyway. But most black women are natural leaders. Society has forced them to become leaders. And so we need to step aside and let them lead, even if it means checking our privilege and letting them lead us.
I think that I speak for a lot of people who look like me, unless you are virtue signaling or have blue hair. And if you do, then keep scrolling. But for the rest of us, we're exhausted. We're exhausted with the rules of the things that we can and can't do. And we're tired of hearing white women, like, dear white women, who's perpetuating what? We're just exhausted with it. You can't have our hairstyle, cultural appropriation. Braids don't belong to you, sorry. And don't smile at us. When you're walking past us, don't smile at us. I will smile at whoever I want. That's just me. I smile at people. It's a cultural thing. From when I was little, we were taught to smile at people, and that's okay. I mean, it's borderline, no, not even borderline. It's bullying. Just leave us alone. You don't have to tell us what you think about us. We don't care. Just leave us alone. I mean, it's starting to look like you are just obsessed with us.
Seeing a beautiful black woman with a white man will almost certainly trigger a white woman's main character syndrome every time. If you're a white woman that follows me right now, you better not be getting that thumb ready to scroll, please. Because that was embarrassing, what happened on that other video. Don't do that. Stay and listen. Like you would want a man to stay and listen when I talk shit about men. Be the change you want to see in the world, okay? Now, you may have heard me talk about main character syndrome in men, which is the idea that they are the main character and that everybody else around them fits into that narrative somehow, either as the sidekick, either as the villain, the mentor, etc. And when you are raised in a hierarchy, especially, again, a hierarchy that involves race as explicitly as the American hierarchy involves it, it's turtles all the way down. It's the same thing all the way down. While white men definitely do have the most amount and like the most egregious case of main character syndrome, everybody who participates in the American hierarchy, in the American caste system, all of these behaviors and actions, like they trickle all the way down. Yes, white men have like this very intense main character syndrome, but white women have also been given a very specific narrative about their place in that situation. And so they also have main character syndrome. That's where when a white man marries a black woman, it triggers white women's narrative. It triggers the narrative that something was taken from them because their whole life they grew up watching white Disney princesses end up with a white Disney prince. So that's how it goes. That's how you play the game, right? You take this doll and they go together, and that's how you play the game. What's triggered is that you are not supposed to be part of that narrative in any way as a black woman. You are not supposed to reap the benefits of being this close to the top of the hierarchy, right? It's almost like they see it in their eyes as like you've skipped a few steps on the ladder and you've ended up like, you know, in a place that they could have gotten. It's kind of like that problem that white people have with affirmative action, right? It's like, well, what if there was a white person that was qualified to take that spot? And you just took it from them, like, don't you feel bad? And this is why affirmative action is needed, because people think like that. Like, you just told on yourself very loudly. But that's what it is. They are also confused because a white man isn't supposed to want a black woman. Like, a white man is also supposed to be trained to want a white woman, to want the aesthetic, right, of a white woman. And just for everybody wondering how I know these things, it's education. Yes, some of it is observation, but it's reading books by black educators, but especially black women. I do Audible a lot. Like, I actually have read a lot more than this, but I do a lot of Audible, so I'll just screenshot some recommendations for any other white people wanting to get educated. You can know these things in your heart. You can know things are wrong in your heart, but to actually be able to educate others or like put words to these things that actually like make sense, you have to listen to black women, especially because they have all the nuance. Okay, all the nuance is there. This is from Me and White Supremacy by Layla F. Saad. She says black women around the world experience this white gaze lens of being seen as angry, strong, aggressive, and wild, as well as being believed to be lesser in intelligence and beauty than other women. They are seen as either the aggressive adversary, the sassy sidekick, or the deferent devotee to white women. So of course a white woman is triggered and confused when you are chosen by a white man who was supposed to be the prince to her princess in her fairy tale, right? Like, it immediately makes sense. She's like, how can you like this aggressive and wild, angry and strong woman when I was taught my whole life that to get a man, I have to be all the opposite of these things? Obviously, the black woman can be whatever she is. Like, she's not obviously automatically angry or wild or any of these things. You don't know that. But in your mind as a white woman, that's what you assume, because these stereotypes have been so readily fed to you. And not only that, but you have been taught to be the opposite of these stereotypes. So to a white man, it should have been a no-brainer based on the stereotypes. And at the end of the day, what's upsetting, again, is that they have worked really hard for this certain thing that was pretty much supposed to be all but guaranteed to be theirs. And here comes somebody basically cutting in line. You are never supposed to surpass them on the ladder up to the top, because white women are supposed to get the opportunity first. Not only that, but a white man is never supposed to pick a black woman. You know, that's why so many white women are such pick-me's, because they were literally taught that men will pick you if you do certain things. And they actually put stock into that and grew up training themselves to do these things, to be unproblematic, to be very easygoing, keep sweet, pray and obey, whatever, right? Now they're surprised because their expectations have been subverted, right? It's that because whiteness comes from a lack mentality, it's that liking anything about a black woman is automatically an insult to a white woman. A crazy way to think, obviously, but nevertheless it happens. And the emulation stems from kind of the exact same place. White women have always been told that they are the beauty standard. It was like Marilyn Monroe, like if the sex symbol was always a white woman. But once the capitalists figured out they could exploit black women for that too, they were like, oh great, we'll just do that. Nobody thought about how that would affect the white women who have always been told that them being the highest standard of beauty is safe. It's safe and sound. Like, no black woman will ever be considered as beautiful as like a mediocre looking white woman. Those days were past, right? All of a sudden. And all of a sudden they started being like, oh wait, there's something I'm missing out on. And it's this whole like, that should have been me. That should have been me and not you. Basically that idea, right? And there's also what's hard coded into capitalism, which is basically you either compete or you get left behind. So that's why all the Kardashian sisters went and got everything done like the way that they did. Because black women can be sex symbols now too. And white women raced, right? So they said, oh, so if these are the features that men want, then I will give them that. Me, a white woman. That's basically where I think that comes from. This part is for the white women that are, I trust, better still be here. Why do you need to look at anti-blackness against black women? It is my belief that the rising and empowerment of black women is one of the biggest threats to white supremacy. Knowing this, white supremacy works particularly hard to stifle, undermine, marginalize, demonize, and harm black women. All anti-blackness, regardless of who it is directed at, paints black people as inferior in all ways, except the ways that can be used by non-black people for non-black gain. When it comes to black women, this treatment is compounded by the added marginalization faced under sexism. From negative stereotypes that trap black women in a one-dimensional imagination to the way that black women's bodies have been treated less like the bodies of human beings and more like the bodies of animals. Anti-blackness against black women is killing black women, both physically and psychologically. So if you call yourself a feminist, you want to call yourself a feminist, you want to rah-rah under my videos where I talk shit about men, but you don't want to look at this, you don't want to look at anti-blackness against black women, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. You're no better than Susan B. Anthony and her little minions, that when they were given their rights, they took them and ran with them. And they left the black women that worked with, that protested with, that marched with, did everything with. These white women left them in the dust to fend for themselves. They took their rights and they ran. And I'll be damned if anybody following me thinks it's going to be like that. It's not going to be like that, if I can help it. That's embarrassing. That's a shameful moment in American history and in American women's history especially. How you are in relationships with and to black women speaks volumes about where you are in your anti-racism journey. Do you feel like you cannot relate to black women? Do you covet black women's physical attributes yet secretly feel disdain for them as human beings? Do you assume black women are less educated, less affluent, and less capable than you? These are just some signs that you harbor anti-blackness against black women. This anti-blackness needs to be excavated, confronted, and owned in order for you to practice anti-racism. So let's get to work. It's something that we all have to continuously practice and reflect on, myself included. I may be from Ukraine, but America will definitely do a number on you. Like I said, it really forces you into this hierarchy, whether you want to be part of it or not. You cannot just go with the flow. You have to actively fight back against it. That's what people mean when they say, like, you need to educate yourself. They don't mean you're a horrible racist and you need to blah, blah, blah. What people mean when they say you need to get educated is you need to start swimming upstream. You need to stop going with the flow and you need to use your muscles to head upstream, because upstream is the only way to solve all of these problems. You need to go as far upstream as you can. So if you want to abolish one system of power, you have to go upstream and abolish them all. And the only way to do that is to get educated, because otherwise this world literally tells you, this country especially, but this world tells you in so many ways that it's okay to be racist. It excuses so much racist behavior that people don't even know they're doing it. And then when they're confronted with it, they feel ashamed and they freak out. Don't feel ashamed. Feel empowered. Feel empowered that you can be educated and that you can stop doing this shit. Okay? Let's get to work. Godspeed. Mwah.
This question is for black women. Why are you so worried all the time what white women are doing?
I speak for all black women. They do not care about white women. I am so sorry to tell you that. I know that is disheartening to you because you're so used to people catering and caring about you all the time. But no, not in this case. I love the fact that white women live in this delusion, thinking that they're a priority in someone's brain, when you're the last damn thing people care about on this earth. It's always so funny seeing white people scrambling around for attention, especially from black people, because it's just like, we do not care about you. Like, we living our life and minding our goddamn black business. The reason why black don't crack is because we mind our business. But you're over here in our business, which is why you're cracking. you know? While you at it, worrying about why you think black women care about you so much, you need to worry about the wrinkles on your face. You should get some retinol cream. It really works well with wrinkles. But yeah, have a good day.
I know y'all be getting tired of me talking about stuff like this, and y'all be thinking like I'm OD and I'm just dragging it, but I promise y'all I'm not. The example, the story time I'm finna give y'all is literally the reason why I be saying stuff I be saying. If the shoe fits, then wear Cinderella. If not, keep scrolling. Don't be coming to my comments talking about some, well, not all babes, yeah, majority, but not all. Y'all be thinking I'm lying when I say that a lot of white women literally they do not like seeing a black woman do better than them. They do not like seeing a black woman who is prettier than them. They don't like seeing a black woman that overpasses them. As long as you're not doing better than them, then they're good. I'm friends, she's black, with a girl who runs track, and I was spending some time with her, like, you know, talking with her. I talked to her in a minute. I'm sitting on the couch or whatever, I'm on the phone, and I'm talking to her, and she's telling me about this teammate who's also her roommate. She's white. She started telling me about the passive and microaggressive behavior that her teammate would show her during practice and in her dorm room. And I'm like, okay, what do you mean? Explain. She told me about a situation where, like, every day at practice, she beats her. Her times are always faster than hers. Like, you know, she overpasses her in everything she does. She said she would look at her white teammate whenever they would get done running and ask her if she's good, if she's okay, because she'd be huffing and puffing and breathing hard like she ain't, you know, took a breath in hours. And she said the white girl would just like side eye her, give her a dirty look, or just won't say nothing. Then she said there was this one time when they were in practice and they were doing time trials and they were running and whatnot, and she ended up beating her. My friend, the black girl, she's not the fastest on her team. There's maybe like a few people that's faster than her by a little bit, but she's like top 3, top 5. And the people that's faster than her, maybe by like a little bit, are not black, but still. There was one day in practice they were doing the time trials, and after everybody got done running, her roommate, the white girl, starts crying, and people start surrounding her, asking her what's wrong, and her teammate looks at her, not the other girls that's faster than her. She looks at my friend, the black girl, and goes, she can't be better than me. She can't be better. She can't be faster than me. Like, white women do not like seeing black women surpass them. Like, I kid y'all, I'm not making this up. I looked at my fan, because we over the phone. I'm looking at my friend, I'm like, she said that out loud, or did she say that to you, or did you just hear it around the grapevine? She said no, she said that out loud. That's what she told the people that was checking on her, that was asking about her. She was like, she said it out loud. She said she cannot be better than me. She cannot be faster than me. Mind you, my friend, the black girl, is not the fastest on the team. She's top 5, but she is not the top fastest. Top fastest are not even black. But it's like she picked my friend down and was like, oh, she can't be better than me. She can't be faster than me. Do y'all see what I'm like? Do y'all see what I'm talking about though? Like, do y'all see what I mean? It's like I was having a conversation with my best friend like a week ago, and we got a kind of like a mini argument about this, because he was trying to say, well, Shay, not all white people are bad, not all white girls are bad. And I said, I'm not saying every white person is bad. You gotta read the fruits of their spirits first. I was explaining to him, bro, a lot of these white people will smile and kiki in your face, because I think I've seen videos and I've met her teammate before. She's really sweet, super nice. But I was like, a lot of these white women will smile and kiki and haha in your face. A lot of these white people will smile and kiki and haha in your face. But when you're not around, you're having conversations with their families about how they feel about black people, how they feel about people of color. Low key, they be hiding, you know, envy in their heart. They be in these one-sided competitions with you. My friend was literally telling me that there's times where she would do things and say things and try to pick fights with her, and you could tell that she's doing it just to get a reaction out of her. That's why I'm not saying all white people are bad. I'm not saying all white women are bad. I am not. You know, I can read the fruits of the spirit of someone, and I can tell if they're like, you know, a genuine person or not. A lot of y'all, when you're dealing with white people, especially as a black woman, when you're dealing with white women, this is a tick for tack game. And I promise you I win every time. This is a tick for tack game with them. You gotta have strategy when dealing with them. I told my friend, I said, you need to make sure you're praying over yourself. I said, you need to make sure you keep yourself prayed over, watch your back and whatnot, because to be around someone like that is dangerous. So it's very obvious that she's envious of you. It's very obvious that she's in this one-sided beef with you. And I said, anything that she can do to trip you up, get you in trouble, do anything to screw you up, she's going to do it. And then play victim and act like she ain't do nothing. I said, you need to be careful. This is what I be talking about. Like, I know y'all be thinking, oh, Shay's dramatic, Shay's just so super pro-black. No, like, these are real life situations that people are going through. It's a dangerous position to be in. Like, I don't.
I think some white girls cannot fathom that a girl who's not white can be considered prettier than them.
Yeah, you want to know why? It's because they genuinely think they're prettier than women of color. That's why. There was this girl, she was a part of this sorority on my school's campus, right? Sorority's known for, you know, diversity. You know, we love and accept everyone. I'm a vegan. I gave it away, but I don't care. But yeah, she would pride herself in being open and, like, you know, loving, performative activism, I would like to say. But behind closed doors, she's saying something different. Because there was one time she was hanging out with her women of color friends in her sorority, right? Her sorority sisters. And she drunkenly said that, I don't really feel uncomfortable when my boyfriend hangs around, like, you know, black girls. Because, not to be rude, I just feel like I'm going to be more attractive than a black girl. Like, she dead ass said it. Like, that was her verdict. That's what she dropped the mic. She thought that in her mind, she is prettier than black women. She's not the only white woman that thinks that. A lot of them are accustomed to think, because society, of course, makes them think no matter what, because you are white, you are pretty. So therefore, everyone's going to like you. So they walk around with this mindset for years until they meet a woman of color who is pretty, especially if they're a woman of color with Eurocentric features, because we already know the upper hand they have amongst the diaspora. And then they see that that woman of color is getting more attention than them. They sit there and they will think like, what, like they literally short circuit, because they're like, wait, that's not a part of the program. I'm supposed to be the most attractive because I'm white, remember? Why is that not working in this moment? Why is this white black girl getting more attention than me? Why is this Hispanic girl getting more attention than me? How come no guys are coming up to me? What the heck is going on? This is not in a plan. They don't know how to act, which is why I firmly believe they just genuinely think that white women are just more attractive.
So this lady asks, this black lady, are white women really that scared of black women? And I'm going to say yes. And this is my opinion as a white woman who is 53 years old and has lived in the South in Georgia in my entire life. But it's not being scared, but it's a fear. And it's not a physical fear. It is the mental fear. It is what we see in you and what we see you doing and how it challenges us, and the fear of that. So we see black women and we see how strong you are. We see you coming together as a community. We see you supporting each other. We see you supporting your community, supporting your families, supporting your children, going out and fighting for your rights, being authentic in your race and in your femininity. Anyway. And we're jealous. I think we're jealous because we would love to be that, I think, and we don't know how to break out of the indoctrination that we have been suppressed by our entire lives. And I'm not giving white women a pass, don't get me wrong, but I know I, and most women, white women have been told our entire lives, be quiet, know your place, be a good girl, don't rock the boat, don't be too much. And when you are any of those things, you are ostracized because you have rocked their boat. And that is what black women are. You rock our boat, our mental boat, because you challenge us to look at how we are deficient and not living in our truth, and it makes us uncomfortable. And people don't like to be uncomfortable, and it makes us start to question ourselves, and people don't like to question themselves. We would rather live in our little bubble of white supremacy and what we know and comfortableness. I know that's not a word. Than a lot of people would, white women would, rather than challenge themselves to grow and know more, because it's easy. Doing the work is hard. It's really hard. I've been doing the work the past several years, and it's hard. It is hard admitting some truths about yourself and some truths about yourself as a white woman. So yeah, I think that white women are scared of black women because you challenge us in that way, and a lot of us don't like it. And that's why we fear you. It's because we fear what you make us face.
Anyways, that is all that I got for you guys, and thank you so much for watching to this point. I really do appreciate you guys. They are jealous. And you know, one thing I keep telling myself, instead of being jealous of something, why not work towards how you can actually better yourself, how you can actually make yourself come out of that thing you think that this person is better off than you. Because literally as a black woman, right, that is what I do for myself. If I see that this person is actually doing well than me, I first of all take a pause and look at this person critically. What is this person actually doing differently that I'm not doing? Especially if we are on the same feed, right? So what is this person doing differently that I'm not doing? How do I better myself? How do I do things and know things that this person actually doing? If worse come to worse, I can just literally just approach you and tell you, can we be friends? I love what you're doing. I love your job. I love how you're doing it. How can I also do this? It's as simple as ABCD. And one thing with black people, we do not literally just gatekeep a lot of things. If we see you, you are open-minded, we can teach you instead of just having that hatred towards black person. Now look at the second clip where the lady was actually saying that they are tired, dear white women, dear white this, dear white that, and that white women are actually tired of black people calling them out. You expect black people not to call you out when literally white women are the one messing around with black people's businesses. Apart from that, messing around with black people's life, and they don't even want anything concerning people that look like me to actually sit one place and just drink water and drop cup. You know, if you must be envious of something, learn how to do it better. And I've seen it that in all of these scenarios and this video clip that I've actually been able to play for you, you can see that these people have they literally cannot hide it again. They've literally gotten to that point of saying that this is actually who we are. Yeah. Now, if you check the third clip where the lady was actually talking and addressing them, showing them typically what it simply means for you to be jealous when you see a black woman and a white man. She explained in details. You can replay the videos to watch. So the only time these people actually want us to come out, or the only time they actually want to clap for us and make sure that, oh, everything is okay, is when they see that black people are not doing so well. If you are not shining more than them, if you're not more beautiful than them, if you're not in a place of like work hierarchy competition with them, yes, they can now say, this person is okay. But once they see that you're leading in every single thing of your life, it got them pissed off, it get them messed up. And sometimes I keep asking myself questions that I don't really get answers. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. Credit belongs to original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share. And guys, with no further ado, like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys, I love you guys. Mwah.